Hello, thanks for taking the time to watch our presentation on our clothing swap proposal. This includes our group with Stefano, Javier, myself, Brian, as well as Luke. So to really bring an introduction to this, these clothing swaps are getting more popular and have a lot more benefits than just saving money. These have, according to research, been getting more popular since fashion has changed in the 70s and getting into the 80s, as well as people looking to save money and reduce our footprint. So we're going to get into all the benefits of hosting a clothing swap and as well as get into the resource needed to get this completed. So we're going to reduce waste and limit the resources needed for making new clothing, so people are going to get the experience of new clothing without actually having to buy something that's been manufactured rather than something that's uh, new to them but ultimately used. So we're going to go over the current situation now, as well as the plans for the clothing swap and what resources are going to be needed to pull this off. So currently we have a situation with homelessness, and it's a real struggle for some people. Regardless of how they get there, there's a lot of different reasons, usually economic, but there's something we can do to help. So, granted, this swap is ultimately going to help people save money and reduce the impact to the environment, but being able to help others is a really big thing. So we're going to drive a lot of awareness on that through this proposal. So what we're going to do is help keep them warm, especially in winter months, and we'll get into more details of that later. This swap, we're going to specifically help out the local soup kitchen as well as the Salvation Army. So we're going to put bins up around the campus to collect the clothes, and the students will be able to look through things and pick out stuff they would like, which really makes it the nature of the swap. And this is really where the social aspect comes in too, for people to meet. And there's often times when people see something they've donated and see somebody else wearing it. It's really an instant gratification, more than just donating it and it just goes away forever to Goodwill. So there's definitely a big social component to this. So each bin location, we're going to have a table to provide information, flyers to help build awareness and to this homeless problem here in Colorado, and as well as to engage people and get them to, other than just this clothing swap, to other things that they can do to help out the situation and really take action. That's really the most important thing of all, is actually making a difference. So we're also going to help attract people as well, have some snacks and cookies there to get people more interested. So we're going to have volunteers working the tables during certain hours during this event, and their official supervisor is going to be the Office of Sustainability at UCCS. So this won't be a complete anarchy going on here. So we're going to have some set dates to start this event, and currently we're planning on a one-time thing, but depending on the success, this may become something that's more of a regular basis, where it, for example, could be at the beginning of each semester when students are just getting started, maybe have a little bit of free time, or maybe before the semester. We'll have to see how the success of this works with this first event. And at the end of the event, we're also going to cover transporting the donated clothing to the local soup kitchen as well as the Salvation Army. So the really big plus of this for the qualifications on this project being that there's no money changing hands. This is all just a swap, so we don't need any licensing. We don't need any taxes collected. So that really makes this much easier to contend with from an administrative point of view. So we're going to go through some programs already in place here on campus as well through the sustainability program, the Green Action Fund, and some other facilities as well to help us get this going. So really the mission here for the Green Action Fund that fits in with our goals is to reduce the ecological footprint of UCCS and promote a sustainable environment, as well as represent our social and values here and helping out others who are in need. So the really big plus of this is, as mentioned before, that when you're swapping clothes, it fulfills that need for new clothing without having to tax factories. So rather than clothing just getting thrown out in the garbage and going nowhere, it gets reused and reduces demand for new clothing, ultimately reducing how much is manufactured and reducing our footprint. There have been swaps held throughout the years here in Colorado Springs, but we never really had one here at UCCS. Formerly, we've had some donation centers before, as well as something for our art project in 2012. So this is a big first for us, and really excited to see it go off well. So our budget here, like the qualifications, is kept pretty simple. So this is a pretty easy event to pull off without needing a massive budget. So we're going to need a couple 6-foot folding tables, some tablecloths, as well as some chairs for volunteers to sit in, as well as the cookies mentioned before to help attract people to the event. There's also going to be some budget necessary for printing flyers to help drive awareness and help people take action. But we're definitely going to save big time on labor since we're all doing this through volunteers, so there's no cost there. So after tax, our cost we're looking at individually for this 1 month event is going to be, for the tables, $84.88, and we have a floral tablecloth we're going to use to make it more presentable, and that comes out to $38.38. The chairs, those are pretty economical, coming in at $43.29. The cookies are one of the bigger budget items, but we definitely want to stick by the rules and stick with UCCS Catering. They do a great job too, so that'll be $375, big chunk of the budget, but still pretty low overall. And then we'll have a $96 budget for printing the flyers for our paper costs. So getting to the conclusion on this, our project, we're going to have a specific listed work schedule for what our volunteers are doing, as well as any requirements, which are very few, being that we don't need to deal with money or anything like that. We don't need to worry about bonds or tax permits or anything like that. We also have a fairly low budget, and we're coming to some funds through hopefully some offices at UCCS. If not, we also have some plans to start soliciting local businesses to help make this happen. So just to conclude as well, just the big plus this is going to have, there's a huge social component to this where people can meet others and not just their existing friends, but meet new ones, and just getting people to mingle, that helps improve diversity rather than people just getting compartmentalized. It's really good for people to get out there and meet other people who aren't like them and learn something new. We're also going to reach our goals of reducing our waste by people not throwing out clothing and getting to use it, which is going to really help out sustainability in a very positive way on campus. So this is going to be open to all UCCS students and staff. In the future, maybe we'll expand that a little bit, but for the time being, we're going to target them and go for there and really help target our campus and make it a better place. So thanks for watching our presentation. Really appreciate it, and hope you enjoy the great rest of your day.